There's something about this Nolan Wells case that just keeps nagging at me. I cannot look at yet another case of yet another black child being brutalized by these white demons, all right? Whether directly or through negligence, they killed him. The way that these boys were able to kill this boy, get lawyers immediately, somehow collude with the coroner or the medical doctor on staff that did the first autopsy in order to bury evidence.
Where's the throat? I know we have deep red markings on the occipital bone. This is directly from the autopsy. We want you to see what the family has seen. Don't you think, Joe Scott Morgan, that the second medical examiner might need the throat?
I don't think that most people will really understand how effective white Americans, the average white American, is at organized crime. The way that we think about organized crime is skewed. Usually when you think crime ring, you think the off-whites, the Italians, the Irish, the Poles. You're not thinking about these white people in these small towns in Mississippi or Arkansas or Georgia. These white people that live in these small towns are part of generational organized crime rings. You do realize that the KKK was organized crime and that it never died. There are entire towns ran by the KKK to the point where the teachers are in on it, the doctors are in on it, the judges, the nurses, the gas station attendants, obviously the police officers.
Our restraint in communicating facts and evidence is not an effort to keep the truth from the public. It is an effort to protect the integrity of this investigation and the grand jury proceeding. As your district attorney.
What was it last year? There was just a case in Mississippi where they found a bunch of unmarked graves behind a police station because the police officers were all colluding and killing a bunch of prisoners, not just black prisoners either, like a bunch of prisoners. Because white American culture is so individualistic, I feel like people underestimate how much they will work together when it comes to killing, stealing, and destroying. I'm always looking at things from a historical and a political lens, and when you learn how that colonizer spirit shows up in real time and what it is actually capable of, you start seeing it everywhere. That's not to say that all white people are colonizers, but most colonizers are white people, and these white males have epigenetic leanings toward stealing, killing, destroying. I think those teenage boys are the sons of very powerful men and women. The people of color and the black people crime rings are usually for money, power, glory, and to protect their otherwise very vulnerable communities. But there's a difference because these white people participate in organized crime so that they can maintain white dominance and white terrorism. And then they go out into the world and pretend to be an individualistic culture so that nobody suspects these salt of the earth white people in these small towns to be running generational, centuries old crime rings, white supremacist crime rings. You can call it the KKK, you can call it the White Citizens Council, you can call it the Proud Boys. These are genuine flesh and blood colonizers that we live amongst. And something you need to know about colonizers is that they cover their own. They cover their necks.